Okay, I'm going to be opening my new 11th generation 2025 iPad. I got the pink one, of course, because I love everything pink. Actually, funny story, I was purchasing the Nintendo Switch 2, which I got from Walmart, despite this being from Target. I waited in line at the midnight release online, but in line at like 4 different retailers. I had multiple tabs open. I had Best Buy, Target, Walmart, and I think GameStop, although GameStop didn't start theirs before I went to bed. But it ended up that Walmart ended up being where I got in line the fastest and was able to get my Switch 2. So I have that coming in June, which I'll be doing an unboxing video for. But while I was attempting to check out at Target, I had the Switch 2 in my cart a couple of times and the site kept glitching out, but I noticed it kept saying that I had 2 gift cards on Target, and I'm like, where did those come from? Maybe it's like a glitch. But the next day, I'm like, well, let me see what I can afford with these gift cards. They were quite large. I do enter a lot of sweepstakes, and because my Target Circle is tied to the same email address that I use for those sweepstakes, I'm thinking maybe I might have won a couple of sweepstakes. One of the gift cards I think was for $200, another one for like $150. So I had about $350 worth of gift cards sitting there, and the new iPad just came out last month, I think. I have 2 very old iPads somewhere upstairs here. One of them is probably the very first iPad ever released, and then another one is in 2016 or 2017, I went to Peru with my husband. He's from Peru, and I didn't want to take like a full-on laptop, and so I went and I bought an iPad at that time. However, because I rarely ever used my first generation iPad, I ended up getting like a generation that was already a couple years behind. So that iPad is probably, I'm guessing, from like 2012, 2013, 2014, sometime in that time zone. And I also hardly ever use it. I do like to take it with me when I travel. It went to Peru with me, it's gone to Disney with me, it's gone to Ocean City with me, it's gone a few places, but I really only dig it out maybe like 2 to 3 times a year when I'm traveling, and that's just because iPhones have gotten so advanced now that they can do like almost everything that like an iPad can do. So I just never feel the need really to have a heavy iPad. I possibly should have looked into getting the mini iPad. I thought about the iPad Air, but for the fact that I hardly ever use my iPad, I have a gaming PC, I have a MacBook from my company for work, I have, my Nintendo Switch, I have the latest iPhone, I have all this other equipment. I just couldn't see spending like $700 or $800 when I could get the lower end, iPad for like half that price. So anyways, I will stop talking and we'll go ahead and cut this guy open. I'm trying to not dox myself here. I'm actually going to probably pause this video here while I at least clip the tape off of here. One moment. Okay, so we are back. I've just removed the tape, and yes, my nails need done horribly. They've grown out a lot. Due to my epilepsy, I can't drive, and so I'm limited to times when my husband can take me, so I'm actually going this afternoon to get my nails done. Alright, you see that cute little pink apple symbol? I love everything pink. You can see I even have a pink external hard drive. My previous laptop before my relatively new Lenovo Legion, it was a pink Razer from, I think like 2019 is when they released their pink one. And I really didn't want to upgrade, but it was getting to where it couldn't play the latest games, so I upgraded mostly because of Inzoi, but also a few other games too. Alright, so we are going to see how we open this guy. Okay, I see there's these little green strips here. Let's put that on the floor. I'm sure my dog and cats will start messing with it, but that's okay. So I'm on the fence if I'm going to get the official iPad pencil and portfolio case, or if I want to just get like a cheap and more pink and kawaii generic pen and case. So I was actually browsing Amazon, and I think I found a nice pen that has good reviews and is pink and cute and magnetic and pressure sensitive and does everything that I need it to do. Come on, pop this off with one hand apparently. Alright, I have to set you guys down for a second. Do I have tape left on here somewhere? No, it's just a really tight fit. There we go. Alright, so I'm about ready to take the lid off for the first time. Exciting. I was, it's still stuck. There we go. It is a really bright, vibrant, pretty pink. I wish that the iPhone was that pretty pink, bright, neon kind of color. I did an unboxing of my iPhone and it is more of a purpley pink, but it's still pretty. So there's the little charging port. Rear-facing cameras. I'm sure it has a front-facing camera. Very shiny, glossy screen that I will need to get a screen protector for at some point. Looking for the little power button. Oh, it's on the side here. Okay. Oh, maybe it's this one on the top. Hold it in. There we go. There's a nice Apple logo. While we wait for that to boot up, we can look at what else comes in here. You usually get the charging cable and a sticker. Apple has kind of slimmed down what they tend to include in their packaging to be environmentally friendly, but I'm also sure it saves some money. So these are the tips that come with it. There is the Apple Pencil USB-C. Unfortunately, this, even though it's a brand new iPad just released a month ago, for some reason it does not work with the new Apple Pencil 2. but it does work with the USB-C one, which unlike the first generation Apple Pencil, you don't need like a funny adapter, and this one's also magnetic and attaches to the iPad itself. But instead of paying $79, I'm probably just gonna pay $20 and get a pink one on Amazon. Warning information. And that might be it. No sticker, not yet, anyways, that I can see. Cable adapter. Behind the curtains, whispers low. Tiny footsteps in the glow. So I'll probably do another video once I receive the whatever pencil I decide to purchase and whatever case I decide to purchase for it. So there's default, medium, slightly larger, or large. I think default is fine because it is a large screen, so. I might need to turn Bluetooth on, or I might need to stop filming for a minute to set everything up. I'll be back with you guys momentarily. Alright, we are updating the software. I just wanted to show again how pink it is. It does pick up fingerprints easily though. But yeah, it obviously matches my pink nails now. I know they're probably giving people the ick. I am getting my nails done later this afternoon. They've grown out a lot. I use the dip powder, so, and they are my real nails. They're not fake, but they need shortened and obviously repainted and the skin and stuff trimmed on them. But if you couldn't tell, I love pink. And of course I'm gonna customize this with cute pink wallpaper, maybe Sanrio or Sailor Moon, something, card captor, something very feminine and cute and kawaii. But we're best friends eternally. Underneath the moonlit sheets, monsters crawl, but they're so sweet in the dark. I hear them hum, creeping close, but here they come. Candy claws and button eyes, in their charm the danger lies. I'll hold tight and I'll pretend we're cozy monsters till the end. Through the night they softly creep, but I'm not scared, they help me sleep. In the dark they're watching me, but we're best friends eternally. Through the night I'm trying to remember how heavy my other ones feel. This one feels maybe a little bit lighter. Still, I feel like after a long time it would get heavy, but when I get that little keyboard folio stand and everything, it's gonna prop it up at like about 45-degree angle, give or take there, and yeah, it'll make it much more enjoyable instead of having to hold it. I know a lot of people are opting for the Air and the Mini just because of the lighter weight. But I do like the larger screen size for watching movies or playing games, although honestly a lot of the games require both hands and stuff, so gaming on the iPhone is actually easier than on the iPad. But for streaming, watching movies, productivity, drawing, although I prefer my Microsoft Surface. The iPad has always just kind of felt like drawing on glass, and the Surface feels more natural, like paper to me. And I don't know if that's the stylus itself, the Apple versus the Microsoft. And again, it's been a few years now, so things could be different and could have improved here. We're just waiting for it to update. I will probably do another video showing off the different apps that I use and showing off what I decide to do for customization, both in terms of the lock screen and the wallpapers and the different settings and that sort of thing. But I think that because my internet is being a little bit slow, I think we're going to go ahead and stop recording. I hope you have enjoyed watching me unbox the 2025 iPad. This is not Air, it's not Mini, it's just a plain old iPad, and it is from their recent release here in March of 2025. It is the latest version with the A16 chip. I believe it is the 11th generation, so hopefully you enjoyed. You can tell it's picking up reflections, picking up our screensaver and myself and the pictures on our wall and everything. It's very glossy, very shiny, very pretty, very, very pink, which is what I wanted. I wanted something super pink. Like I said, I was disappointed that the actual iPhone is not this beautiful pink color. It's more purpley pink, but it's still pretty. When I was thinking about getting the iPad Air, I was looking at the lavender one. It is very pretty. It's almost very muted. It's almost a silver color instead of lavender. But my three favorite colors are pink, lavender, and Tiffany blue. So I was also looking at the bluish green iPad Air too. But like I said, for what I think I will use it for and for the price point, especially with me having those random Target gift cards that popped up there, I just, I put maybe another 100 with it and I was able to get an upgraded iPad, which is very nice, very pretty, very pink. It'll be joining me this summer. We've already booked our trip to Ocean City. We're going in August. We always go every year since he proposed there in 2019. My husband has been going there ever since he was a child. My first time was in 2019, and then we've gone every time since then. Of course, I am dying to go to Nintendo World. It opens on my birthday this year, actually, May 22nd. But my epilepsy has been pretty severe lately. I've been having 1 or 2 seizures here every month now for about a year now. Started last year. Well, my epilepsy started in 2019, but then I was like seizure free for 5 years and then it just started up again. So my other dream was to visit Japan, and my cousin went to Japan maybe a year or 2 ago before she had her baby, and I was of course totally jealous. And then just the last month or 2, I've seen like 3 or 4 Facebook friends and random people on the internet going to Japan. And that's still my lifelong dream, but right now with my health not being good, it's a little bit scary. So I think in the short term, save up to be able to go to Universal and Disney. Again, I've only been to Disney World twice in my life, and it is the most magical place on earth. Universal might be a close second now, especially with Nintendo World. For the price and the value and stuff, I did enjoy Universal, but there's just something so magical about Disney. I'm not even like the biggest Disney fan. I like almost all of their movies, and there might be 2 or 3 that I absolutely love from the 90s and my childhood, like The Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast and The Lion King, which is a total ripoff of Kimba, the White Lion. So, but okay, looks like we are actually ready to. Nope, not yet. It just put itself into sleep mode. Yeah, it's taking forever to update, but that's okay. Thinking about Japan, unfortunately, even though it's my dream, I'd love to visit Disney Tokyo and Tokyo Sea. When I went to Disney World back in 2021, I had made a bunch of custom dresses with different pictures and stuff, and one of them was Duffy and Friends, and so someone, I assume probably from Japan, I don't even think they spoke English, but they're like, "Oh, Duffy Bear," and like, so yeah, it's, you know, he's very popular in Japan. I really like Duffy and all of his friends. It's very cute. Of course, I want to see the Studio Ghibli little theme park or museum, whatever it may be. Universal Tokyo used to have a Sailor Moon ride. I don't believe it does anymore. And of course, there's the Sanrio theme park. I'm a huge Hello Kitty and Sanrio fan, and everything is so cute there. And then mostly I don't know about mostly, but one of the main things I want to do is go to Doll Point, which has like all the different doll stores. Volts, who makes Dolphy Dreams, A-Zone and Obitsu, who also have different anime vinyl dolls. Especially now, I don't want to be political, but with our current situation with these tariffs, I'm scared to purchase a doll or import anything from overseas because when it hits customs, am I going to be forced to pay an additional $100, $200, you know, that I wasn't expecting? So no dolls for a few years, so that's why I think maybe saving up and trying to go to Florida and go to at least Nintendo World, but hopefully maybe squeeze in another Disney trip. Like I said, I've only been there twice. It would be my 3rd time. Last time I stayed at Coronado Springs, which I really enjoyed. Very nice resort. And when we went to Universal, we just stayed at one of their budget resorts this last time, which we missed having like a sit-down restaurant. Their cafeteria food was not that great. But yeah, so anyways, while I wait for this to charge, I think I'm gonna go play some games. I've been playing a lot of Inzoi, a lot of Lunar Remake. Lunar is my favorite game series of all time. And then I bought, I don't think I can play it yet till Monday, maybe. Yeah, looks like Monday or Tuesday. I can't remember what it's called now, something. It's by the makers of Danganronpa, but in addition to like the sort of visual novel style, it does have some grid-based RPG combat. I'm thinking about picking up Clara Obscuria 33. I've heard good things about that. That's on my Steam wish list, and I still have Ever 17, the remake of that. I started playing it but haven't finished it yet. I did finish it back in the 90s when it first came out. And then I heard that GOG actually brought back Breath of Fire 4, which is probably my favorite in that Breath of Fire series. It's a very good game. I wish someone would bring back Graduation 95 and also Anaminda Dark Alchemist, and also the Growlancer Generations and Wayfarer of Time. If you can help, maybe we can get GOG to bring back some of those classics too. I'd also like someone to bring back pets, and I know a lot of fans are excited for Nintendogs, even though it was an April Fool's joke. Now that the Switch 2 has a microphone, people are pushing for that to be either remastered or a sequel made for the new Nintendo Switch. We will see what happens there. And yeah, enjoy your weekend, everyone. Stay kawaii, stay fabulous.